Hey, hello, my name is Constantin Daranuta. I'm the VisionJet sales director for Europe, Middle East, and Europe and Middle East, basically. I've been with Cirrus part-time since 2016 and full-time already almost 3 years now, flying this VisionJet for 2 years already. And yeah, probably people say I have the best job in the world.
I do confirm.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Constantin. So how many Cirruses have you sold already here in
Wow,
the Vision?
I don't...
Do you have the number, or at least an average?
No, I personally do around 5-6 per year.
5-6 per year?
Yeah, I aim to increase to 10 this year. That's just me personal. I had different roles, but we usually do around 40 in Europe, my whole team,
yeah,
and around 10 of VisionJets. That is my goal this year.
That's a nice sales target.
It is, yeah.
I really hope to see this aircraft, because here we're sitting in the VisionJet.
Yes.
Which is the first and the only one so far proper jet coming from the company, and we don't have any in Bulgaria that at least are registered here.
Yes,
yeah, not yet. Let's hope that this sales pitch is going to find the first customer from Bulgaria for the jet. But anyway, tell me more about this aircraft, because I've flown the 22 Turbo. It's a perfect machine, but it's still it's not a jet. It's a propeller aircraft with a turbo engine. It has a really nice performance compared to all the others in this class. But here we are sitting in a different class.
So our customers, they were asking for more. And as you said, the SR22T was already a perfected machine, was already reached a level where we struggle to make it even better than that. So it's already, you know, the one of the best, well, probably is the best piston engines ever produced. It's definitely the most successful piston engine, civil piston engine ever produced. And then we thought, okay, what can we do better now? And then we decided to create a machine, a plane that will take our owners from the SR to something else, and that's the VisionJet. From the beginning, the whole idea, the whole design of this airplane had in mind our customers of the SR. Around 80% of our VisionJet owners, they are former SR owners. So the standard path is somebody will do the license, will learn to fly, usually sometimes in their own airplane, and they will get an SR, and then 2 years later they will come to a VisionJet. Yeah. Everything in this plane, this is actually probably one of the most successful airplane I know about, and for one reason. The reason why I call it successful is not in the performance, or because then you cannot compare with other airplanes. Yeah. But the reason it's successful is because everything the engineers aimed, they achieved. So I'm a very much aviation fan, and there's a lot of airplanes which are beautiful, but they're not successful for whatever reason. Yeah. Because the engineers didn't match the reality. But here, everything we aimed for, we achieved. Specifically, we aimed a platform, a machine that will take the SR pilot customer from the SR to the VisionJet. It's the same approach speed, slightly just higher, same stall speeds, same easiness of flight, same avionics, everything is familiar, everything is in the same place. The parachute, safe engine, safe wing. The wing actually is one of the wing design itself is probably one of the marvels of this airplane, because it flies fast as a jet at flight level 310, and it also flies very slow, as slow speeds as the SR. Yeah. So it's not. I don't know any other airplane that can do that.
It has a really slow stall speed, which is...
It does, yes. I usually demonstrate it to people when we do flights, and it's always, depending on how much fuel we have on board and how many people we are, it's between 68 and 62 knots. So that's exactly what we have on the SR22.
Yeah, and that's nothing compared to any other aircraft.
Yes.
At least in this class.
Yes. We made it so it's a jet which can fly very fast, but also can fly very slow. And for a pilot, pilots understand that, but for non-pilots, it's kind of interesting concept. Why do you want to fly slow? But to be able to fly slow is actually important.
It is. I do confirm that. And on the other hand, you don't have any competition in this class. I mean, single jet engine on a small aircraft that is in a light category, so no competition.
You actually can read about it used to be projects, Piper had, Diamond Jet, Piper Jet, Eclipse Jet, all this. It was the concept. It was a very nice movement, a very light jet it was called. And fortunately, or unfortunately, I will say, because I would like to see more, we are the only ones who actually really succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least not in a serious production.
Yes, we succeeded to, and this year we will finish up with serial number 728, roughly. So 28 or 27, we don't know yet. And so that's our. I mean, that's already 700 jets flying already as of today.
So we can surely say that this aircraft, it was not produced; it was crafted by people who love aviation.
Yes.
It was not created but crafted, because it's like an art piece here, from what we're seeing. And on the other hand, were they mostly engineers or just pilots, enthusiasts?
It's all our engineers are pilots.
Yeah.
Not all our pilots are engineers, but our engineers, all of them are pilots. That's true.
Which is great.
Yes, and there's a very nice cooperation between whole departments, from training, my colleagues here from training, from design, from engineers, from sales. Everybody just works really together, and everybody's a pilot. You're right. All the company flies.
One of the most striking visually differences between this aircraft and all the other pistons is the tail.
Yep.
It's a V-tail. It's specially designed to accommodate the engine, I guess.
Right.
Exactly. This way, but does that make the aircraft different in terms of performance and handling?
Nothing handling. Any pilot, any pilot who'd fly for the first time will actually, by the time he flies, by the time he takes off, he will forget he has a V-tail.
Yeah.
So there's no difference in handling or whatsoever. It's just everything is so well aerodynamically balanced that you don't need to worry about.
So it's the same, but you can probably say that does this improve the handling actually and the maneuverability of the aircraft?
It is better aerodynamics because you don't have a third surface, so you have only two of them, and the two surfaces, or the two we call them ruddervators, they do the job of elevator and rudder.
Exactly.
So it's improved, and also they're very kind of big. That again helps out with slow flight handling.
So now tell me what we're seeing here inside the cockpit. So I see the Garmin. Which model? What do we have here?
It's a Perspective Touch Plus Garmin. The avionics behind it, of course, the hardware is basically Garmin 3000. But it's very much adapted to what the VisionJet needs and what a VisionJet.
So personalized for this aircraft, and it's come as a suit.
Yes,
so
yes. Nothing else you can change or add. It's just like that. So another philosophy at Cirrus is that there's no options you can actually add, because most of the options in terms of avionics, they're all safety related.
Yeah.
And this is important for us, that we just keep everything that is safety related is already here.
Speaking about safety, how about the redundancy? Because many people are, let's not say it afraid, but concerned that you only have one engine.
Right.
And it's still a jet engine. Most people are not familiar with jet engines, especially private pilots who are used to flying piston aircraft or turboprops. So how about redundancy? How redundant is this aircraft, and in what terms?
Well, 700 airplanes flying, more than 400,000 hours flying, and we did not have a single engine failure yet.
100,000 hours?
400,000 hours.
400,000?
Yeah. So we did not have a single engine failure yet. That speaks. Williams has a reputation of a very, very safe engine. It is true that it's only one engine, but jet engines don't fail just like that.
Yeah.
They're much simpler than piston engines, much safer. The safety standards or the safety statistics of a jet engine is just completely different. And on top of that, our second jet engine, let's say, is a parachute. So we have once if ever we have a fail, then the pilot still has a redundancy of a parachute.
Well, that's a signature safety feature of Cirrus.
True, yes.
Which many other manufacturers later adopted, and now there are other aircraft that feature parachute.
Since serial number 1, all the Cirrus aircraft have a parachute.
How about expense? Because you think, okay, it's a jet engine, so maybe it's much more expensive to run in terms of the daily expense of flying the aircraft, or is it comparable to what you see in a piston engine?
No, well, in all fairness, you cannot compare the running expenses of a jet to a piston.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, first of all, the fuel burn is different, all is different, but real life costs of operation.
But it's a different fuel as well. So
different fuels.
Yeah.
You're right.
A different price.
But anyway, it's a jet engine. It's already a jet world. So the running costs of operating real life in an SR in, let's say, East European, we're talking about Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, in this part of the world will be around 350, 400 euros per hour.
Right.
That's including fuel, including insurance, everything. And the running cost of a VisionJet is around 1,000. So it's slightly more than double. That's the reality, yes.
But still, that makes perfect sense because you're gonna reach your destination faster. It's probably a little bit or much more comfortable from what I'm seeing here in this cabin. It's bigger as well, so maybe that pays a difference.
It does, yes.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about your personal experience with this aircraft, with this jet. How is it handling? How you feel when you fly the aircraft?
Well, it's hard for me it's hard for me for people to trust me because I work for this company. But it is probably one of the best handling, the best flying airplanes ever designed, or at least the ones I ever flew. I flew a couple of times in my life. Yeah. It's just incredible. We have this, 180 plus, so more than 270 degrees vision.
Yeah, visibility is great.
And as you can see on a green day like this, but you have a jet engine, you just take off, you fly, you climb very high, and then it's beautiful, it's sunny out there. As when I landed, it was the same. And then you're just cruising above the clouds, you have a better view, you feel really in front of it. You don't have anything else to see, it's just great. And
it's not just for the pilots, it's as well for the passengers, because I'm seeing even larger windows than in a proper.
We have one of the largest windows in the industry, that's true.
And I was listening to Thomas when he was explaining to some other guys here about the safety features of the aircraft. So it features the full autoland. It's even on a sticker outside of the door. I guess it starts from some.
There's the button.
There's the button. So what happens when you press this button?
It gives you 10 seconds, and after that it just says emergency autoland engaged. And then these screens become a TV for the passengers. Because it assumes that the pilot does...
For the passengers, does the pilot also become passengers at this moment? Only monitoring and looking what the aircraft is going to do?
Because there's a situation when you will use it, when the pilot is not able to land the plane anymore, right?
For any reason. It can even be a pilot incapacitation.
Most of it,
you can faint in the aircraft if you're a single pilot, so yeah.
So, and it's designed for the passengers. This safety is designed for the passenger. Basically, you can think about it this way: the autoland is for if something happens to the pilot, the parachute if something happens to the plane.
Yeah.
So if the plane still flies, then autoland will help you. If the plane doesn't fly anymore, you can have a mid-air collision, and if you have a mid-air collision and you lost half of your wing, you can have 5 engines. It will not help you. So, because most of the time people think about it, the parachute is for the engine failure. It's not only for that. But then when the plane doesn't fly, that's when you activate the parachute.
Yeah. It's for any failure concerned with the aircraft.
Yes. So,
related to the aircraft.
And then the screens become kind of a TV. They will update the passengers every 4 or 5 minutes. What is happening? What is going on? What the plane will do next? And so it will do it. So after that, it will choose an approach on a long enough runway. For example, if we would have activated here, it most probably will choose Sofia.
Yeah.
We'll go there. It has pre-recorded messages where we'll talk to the tower.
Yeah.
On 1215 on the emergency frequency. It will talk to the tower, will tell what it's doing, what the plan is.
It even talks.
Yes, it talks to the tower. It says
so it's like a flying AI as well.
Exactly. VisionJet, November this way and this way is landing on runway 27. It takes the weather as well. It takes the terrain in consideration and how much fuel it has on board, all that, and then selects an airport, selects a runway.
So I guess it would announce initially a Mayday or a pan-pan call.
It does, yes. Yeah. It does a Mayday, Squawk 77700.
Changes everything. So it all happens automatically. Yeah. What if you're outside of the limitations of the aircraft for an autoland function, to function properly?
And then
what are the exact limitations? For example,
it's a whole algorithm. If let's say if let's assume there's thunderstorm all around this part, it doesn't have enough fuel to go to land somewhere, then it will just climb and it will advise the passengers to pull the parachute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's the.
It just tells
that's the absolute emergency.
Yeah. Well,
when it cannot orient itself,
similar,
it cannot land.
yeah, it's a similar kind of emergency. But what it does is just activates the screen and says.
But otherwise, the database features all the airports around you, and it can choose the proper one as long as the weather permits to make the safe landing.
Yeah.
That sounds really nice. And what I'm seeing here is also the artificial horizon and also the simulated terrain, which is a really nice function that we don't see in a commercial jet.
We don't have
not yet, at least.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But that's a Garmin feature.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called, I think, the synthetic terrain. Am I right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it has the proper synthetic terrain of the whole globe.
It does have the whole geographical data of terrain of the mountains around it, and it will just populate it here, show you the terrains, and not on this airport, but on the other airports, you will even have the hangars. Mm-hmm. So it will show you, it will give you a really big situation.
It's really nice proper graphics, as in a full flight simulator of a proper kind. Okay, so what about any stunts? Have you done any stunts with this aircraft?
No, it's not. This is not a stunt.
Or are you not permitted to talk about this because?
No, I'm permitted because I didn't do it.
Yeah,
it's not a machine for stunts or anything. This is a machine so you can take off from Sofia and go to Milano to enjoy a nice coffee. That's what it does.
It's a machine to make you feel comfortable.
Yes. You know, like somebody told me at one time that a Mercedes owner, he doesn't drive fast. So it's the same with this airplane.
So there are no CirrusVisionJets that are produced just for air shows?
No.
But still, the aircraft has a lot of redundancy.
Yep.
And the limitations will make it not just comfortable, but also
it's very sturdy and very well designed. Very. It's heavy. Can do a lot of things, but it's not designed to do that.
What are the G limitations? The G-force limitations?
The normal category is I think plus 4.6 and minus 1.5. I think that's just normal standard certified. Yeah. You can do much more than that, but it's just certified on this limits on the normal category. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Constantin, for
Great pleasure.
For letting us here in the cockpit in the first place, and then for this kind of a walk around inside of the aircraft. We're going to do our walk around outside of the aircraft because it literally looks pretty and beautiful outside as well. Thank you so much.
No worries.